The following is a systemic broadcast from Televoid 816 on behalf of the Lesperian race. Please set your mortals in front of the learning screen.
You fucking people.
Jesus, all this hate for the new direction of the state-run BBC's hit show, Doctor Who. Man, Bowiestruck really is hustling here on ILP's home turf. Oh.
Well, I suppose one more Sunday wouldn't kill anyone. Well, except my appreciation for Canada.
Come on then, a lot of the YouTubers are giving you the same spiel about this show, you all know the words. World inside your computer, good guys fight viruses, gets darker with each passing season, ended on a cliffhanger, zombie media wants more money, so the cut-rate Code Lyoko wannabe they churned out has recently churned out a trailer for its oncoming Netflix run.
Whoa, now that's new.
Well, as much as I appreciate all the newbies discovering the original show out of our vitriol towards the new one, I feel like jumping on the bandwagon because what else am I going to talk about? Liberals wiping out alternative media and turning the frickin' frogs gay? In all seriousness, I really felt like talking about it, since I am an opinionated person on the internet that talks about mind-numbing screen entertainment, and this is definitely my forte, so let's show off reason number 2648913 why parents should never let their kids near screens unaccompanied, and print out as many ILP snips as they can afford to read to their kids before bedtime once the rapture comes and wipes out humanity.
It's time to send humanity back to the Dark Ages.
Bob Fraser as the enigmatic hacker called the Sorcerer. The guy is a multi-award-winning actor and even directed some things. Not that I know about him, since I live in space, so I have no attachment to Canadian culture. From what I can gather, he appears to be a spiteful millennial that has been burned by the libtard Earth one too many times, so he's going to destroy all of cyberspace when he should be focusing his assault on platforms that deserve it.
Alan Turing High. Only the most tech-progressive school in the city.
One mention of Alan Turing High and already some gears are turning into my head as to what this is going to be. On the topic of the nod, Alan Matheson Turing is a renowned computer scientist from Britain during the first half of the 20th century. He's the Turing in Turing Test, Turing Machine, and Turing Proof. Died 12 years before Uncle Walt by means of cyanide poisoning. He's now got a law that retroactively pardons historical homosexuality crimes. Good for you!
Nothing happens on the first day of school.
This is my house now.
Am I happy to be here? We'll see.
So yeah, it's now time to introduce our ragtag group of teenagers with attitude. We have Ty Wood as Skater Boy Austin, AJ Freeze as Computer Nerd Parker, Skidney Scudia as opinionated blogger Tamra, and Gabrielle Darku as Token Jock Trey.
I'm Zero. I'm Austin. This is Parker. Trey.
I'm Tamra.
Whoa, look at all this tech. Quit touching stuff. I knew this school was gonna be cool, but this is incredible.
To put it bluntly, yeah, we're looking at one of those shows. As in, this is a sort of Code Lyoko clone, which is disappointing, since the user's presence is one of the many absent aspects of the original show. I'm gonna let Grego from the Pop Arena explain this a lot better than I can do it with my shoestring budget.
Users aren't really treated with the religious awe we see in other take-place-in-a-computer fictions like Tron. Rather, it's seen more as a force of nature, and the game cubes are the equivalent of tornadoes or something. When the user wins the game, as he does here because only binomes got in and binomes suck, the entire area and everyone in it are nullified, effectively killed.
To put the spotlight away from the civilians of the computer and onto human characters that we can possibly consider users pretty much misses the point of what the original show is trying to accomplish.
Guardians, your mission has commenced.
Wait, who are you?
They call me Vera. I'm the virtual evolutionary recombinant.
She's an exchange student.
Get your lawsuits ready, Lyoko warriors, because we've got an Aelito wannabe in his house! Hannah van den Beigelt. Hey, that's a fun name to say. As Vera. A virtual, evolutionary, recombinant avatar sprite that recruits the teams into the Guardian Code, hence the black and yellow icon in the Gateway command. This is going to be as big an event as the aforementioned invention was unveiled by Dr. Norman Matrix.
Breakfast. Oh yeah.
Energy shurikens.
Firewall.
You must operate covertly and never reveal your Guardian identities.
Whoops.
Yeah, this sums up the majority's feelings towards this show, and as it turns out, if 4chan is to be believed, the feeling's mutual. ReBoot is the first CG tune to hit the airwaves, so if Rainmaker head honcho Michael Heffron got the bright idea that the Guardian Code could follow suit.
Good morning, and welcome to yet another day of space adventure.
Mad Mike was so hyped for the Unreal Gaming Engine used to piece together AAA games like Not a Hat in Time that he demanded this to be its first foray onto television, without even bothering to give training to the men and the women and the expensive ornate buildings. I mean, come on, they shined in their superb traditional CG pipeline doing the Ratchet & Clank movie, and yet they get jack shit, barring a creepy yes-man Michael sent in as the Unreal expert, who really went behind the creative team's back and fucked everything up for all involved, to the point where many creatives were driven away from the show entirely. Like I said, this is gonna be as big as when Wellman Matrix unveiled the Gateway command.
Guardian Code will not stop me. Megabyte.
I reactivated you. I control you.
Invade and infect.
Timothy E. Brummond as Megabyte, doing his damnedest to honor the legacy left behind by the late great Tony Jay, who did the voice back in the original show. Needless to say, he's going to be the Darth Vader of this show, serving the Sorcerer like Vader served the Emperor in Return of the Jedi. And damn is it a shameful display for a nuanced character like him to lower himself to mini-boss level. He's the only schmuck who turns up outside of Episode 10, which is supposed to have the other mainframers on hand. Considering how terrible the writing sounds and how bugly the reimagined character looks, I ain't holding my breath for it.
Fate worse than deletion. And they call me a monster.
He must be connected to the Sorcerer. Purge the system, now. We need to stop that maniac before he starts the next World War.
Hey there, useful idiots. Remember when the FBI was trustworthy? Nope. Too bad, here's the FBI, because government involvement's never been done in such a big way in Code Lyoko, right?
Okay, guys. It's save the world time. No pressure.
Do the right thing.
Back on to Mad Mike Heffron, he loves his son to the point where he sends him in to give additional notes on top of the ridiculous ideas spewed from the old man's throat hole with no one to stand up to him because CEO.
You know what this means, right?
You are next generation Guardians, the first humans to defend cyberspace.
It's okay. We got this.
Alright, little time left in this trashy bit of a trailer, so I'ma spout this little answer right now. The little kid's name? Austin. As in the main character Austin, who we're supposed to root for as the show's paying audience, who likely will be surprised only by the fact that the dude's father isn't named Mike, but is rather named after Mr. Hefferson's assistant.
Nepotism. Right?
This is why Superman works alone.
Gotcha! It's gonna blow! I'm ready.
And alright, that's what we got of that shit so far. Show comes out in a few weeks, so there's plenty of time for me to get the ball rolling on my end of the system, which means watching this train wreck in the first few weeks of the show and risking this trash getting a second season out of morbid curiosity. It's gonna be an interesting couple of months, am I right?
Nothing good's gonna come out of this.
Matrix. Frisket.
It's all right, Doc. Let him get it out of his system.
I think this marks a moment into history. Sorry.
Just, fantasy.
What's going on, people?